Over the next few videos, we're going to dive into how RoBart works, beginning with the hardware. So this is RoBart. The base is basically just a hoverboard. This aluminum frame and the motors that came attached are directly from a Hover One H1. As you can see here, here's the plastic shell, as is the battery. And the rest of this is basically just aluminum extrusions. These are extremely inexpensive and easy to work with, very popular for CNC machines and 3D printers, things like that. Generally, you hold them together with these angular brackets and bolts, such as seen here. Very simple. All the electronics were stripped out of the hoverboard, except that I kept this board encased here and use it as a charger for the battery, which again was the original battery. So how do the electronics work? The brushless DC motors use pretty standardized connectors. You basically have 3 phases of power, as well as like a Hall effect sensor cable, which is right here. That connects directly to these red Rand 350 watt driver boards, which you can pick up for $19 a piece off of Amazon. They're super cheap, but work really well. There's 2 of them. And in between, we've got an Adafruit Bluefruit feather board, which is an Arduino that ultimately talks to the drivers and to the iPhone, which sits up here. These will run you about $25 a pop. And lastly, there is a DC to DC converter, which steps down the 36 volt battery to 3.3 volts for the Arduino. Up top, we've got the iPhone 12 Pro Max, the star of the show. The cool thing about this is that it provides a ton of compute, connectivity. It's got Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and obviously will operate over cellular. You've got lots of different options for vision input, including LiDAR right there. And we access that through ARKit, which also provides position tracking and basically is used for navigation. And the phone, of course, communicates with the Arduino just via Bluetooth. In fact, the entire PID loop that controls the motors is run at like a fairly low frequency, less than 20 hertz through Bluetooth, which is ridiculous. It does work to an extent, but obviously it could be done better. So phones, I think, are a great way to build a simple robot. There are some issues if you wanted to actually productionize this, namely that the camera crop is set to the video crop when using ARKit, so you can't really use the ultra-wide camera. So your field of view is much narrower than you'd want for an actual robot. However, I think the other benefits are totally worth it. Maybe the last thing of note is this little silly portability mod. Basically, I cut the extrusion and can remove this so that now it fits in the trunk of my car. And when I'm ready to rock and roll, I just place this right back in there. You could totally redesign the body. It really doesn't matter that much. Virtually none of the code on the iPhone would change. And let me show you just how easy it is to deploy code from my Mac to the iPhone. It's another big benefit of using a phone. So I just added this single line, and if you don't know what movie that's from, shame on you. All I have to do is click play, and that'll deploy to my phone. All right, there it goes. And now, hey, how are you?
I am operational and ready to assist. I'm functioning optimally and ready to chew bubblegum or kick ass, though I see neither in my current workspace environment.
All right. And that is all there is to it.